right? This is the approach which I really like, but the problem with it is it's really time consuming, right? It depends on how much of a time you have and how much of a time or effort you're ready to put. If this is something that is gonna pay forever in your entire life, for the rest of the life, this approach, if you really work on this, it would take you maybe 100 plus hours for sure, just on this part. I can definitely say that if you do everything that we are asking you to do in this part, it will definitely take you a lot of time, but it is going to pay you really well in the long run, not just for the GRE exam or any exam that you're looking at. Favorite book of mine, Word Power Made Easy. It's a small book with respect to the dimensions, generally the ones you see, around 700 pages. The best part about this book is they don't just let you know the meanings of certain words. Maybe they have thousands of words, they have 1,000 plus for sure words in the book, but it's not only about knowing the meaning of those words. It's about guessing the meaning of words beyond that, which is very important. That's something that no one can take away from you. What do I mean by that? It's something called etymology, the science behind words, how do the words come, what is origin, prefixes, suffixes, etc. And these are going to be like the deal breaker for me. For example, if you have ever heard the word called anthropology, right? Anthropos is a root word. It's a Greek origin, which is of meaning humankind or mankind, etc. So anthropology is study of humankind. Ology is what you see for the words. This is the suffix that you see, and then you might see a word called misanthrope. What is that? Mis is a prefix that you see, misunderstanding, understand, misunderstand, right, etc. So mis is a negative prefix. So anthrop, as I said, is humankind. So misanthrope is someone who hates human, right? So if I call myself misanthrope, basically I mean I hate humans. I really don't. I like humans, but still, see the range you can build a lot. You just know this particular word and some suffixes, prefixes keep coming, because ology is what you see in a lot of geology, physiology. That's like ology keeps coming up a lot more frequently, so that you understand, okay, this is something study of. Then see what is geo is earth, right? Something geology is studying about, something related to that, right? Something you can just keep building stuff like this once you know the root words and suffixes. And this book is all about that. They talk about meanings, but let's say the first session in the book itself talk about a root word like ego is what they use, egotist, egoist, right? They keep building on the word ego is basically meaning me as a root word, and then they keep building words around that, so that you can actually relate and also understand the words and also remember them better, rather than just reading them as a list. It's like a brilliant book, the way they've structured it. And best part again on top of this is like it has a lot of exercises. Right, the best way that you remember the words or anything related to the memory part is more to do with the repetition with which you do this stuff again and again. And they have ensured that there are enough exercises in the book that you'll keep repeating these words again and again in different formats, so that you'll definitely remember stuff better. Right, like that's the reason why I feel that this is like the best book. Not just me, a lot of people believe that it's the best book to work upon. And believe me, this is going to improve your vocab range to a very good extent. Not just in the short run, but in the really long run as well. So don't avoid this book. If you have time, do it. This is like the best investment. Not just, even if you're working, irrespective of which field you're looking at, this is going to help you if you are working on a company or a place or a country where English is the medium of instruction or the communication. Unless you have some other language, then it's a different story. But I strongly believe this is going to be a very good investment for you in your entire life. Then coming to this, prepare your own list whenever you come across a new word. What we recommend you is to keep reading now for the reading comprehension and other parts to improve your vocabulary. Like if you have seen our reading comprehension videos, we have recommended reading arts and letters daily. Just Google it. This is a brilliant website which lists the editorials, essays, opinion pieces, etc. from good material across the world. And they give you the links. They do redirect to those websites, but then they give everything for free. So they have a pool of, they keep giving the links and all. It's like the best website, diverse topics, quality content. So whenever you read quality stuff like this, or let's say you're practicing any material for GRE, vocabulary questions, I mean text completion, sentence equivalence, or reading comprehension, any new word you see which you don't know, immediately you should search for the meaning, get the meaning, and then it should be there in your list of the words that you're supposed to revise, and you should have your own list that you need to prepare, and that should be there added to your list, right? So if you read, let's say, for 20 minutes, depending on how good your vocabulary is and how difficult is that material, you might end up with 5 words to 20 words, maybe even more than that, right? Which you don't know, the new words which you came across. So that's good to keep noting them down. It will take you maybe a bit more time for sure, but that's worth your investment. So the question that you should have is, okay, so how would I prepare my list? Like, just Googling the word is not what I would recommend. What is the recommendation according, like what would be my recommendation